We're in section 3.5, and the first problem I'm going to do is problem number 16, which says 2x minus 5y equals 10. And we're asked to find the y-intercept and the slope, so we're going to find m and b. Be able to do that, we need to solve this equation for y. So to solve for y, we're going to subtract 2x from both sides. The left side, the 2x's cancel out. We're left over with negative 5y equals, and I'm going to rewrite this with my x term first, 2x plus 10. I'm then going to solve for y by dividing both sides by negative 5. On the left side, we end up with y. On the right side, we end up with negative 2x over negative 5 plus 10 over negative 5. Now I've separated the two numerators to make sure that I divide each of them, both the negative 2 and the 10, by negative 5. A negative divided by negative gives me a positive, and then my coefficient of my x term is a positive 2/5. So then my equation becomes y equals positive 2/5 x, and then I have a 10 divided by negative 5, which gives me a negative 2. So my slope then is the coefficient of my x term, and it's equal to 2/5, and my y-intercept is going to have coordinates 0, negative 2. The next problem we're going to look at is problem number 26 in the same section, 3.5. Here we're given the point 3, negative 4, and we're given a slope equal to 4/3. And in this particular problem, we're asked to find the equation of the line, and then we need to write our answers in slope-intercept form. So to find the equation of the line, we're going to use the point-slope form. And the point-slope form says that we're going to take y minus y sub 1 is equal to m times x minus x sub 1. In the point-slope form, again, m stands for your slope, and these coordinates right here, so your x1 and your y1, are the coordinates of your point. So I'm going to use these coordinates, and I'm going to put in 3 where I have x sub 1. I'm going to put in negative 4 where I have y sub 1. So I'm going to have y minus a negative 4 equals m, which is my 4/3, times x minus 3, my x coordinate. The double negative on the left side becomes a positive, so it's y plus 4 equals, and I'm going to use the distributive property, 4/3 x minus 4/3 times 3. My 3's will cancel out. I end up then with y plus 4 equals 4/3 x minus 4. And then I want to get it into slope-intercept form, so I'm going to subtract 4 from both sides. And I end up with y is equal to 4/3 x minus 8. So this guy right here is the equation of my line. My slope is the 4/3, and my y-intercept, if I were to graph this, would be 0, negative 8. The last example I'm going to do in this section is number 38. And number 38 says that I have the points negative 3, 6, and the point 3, negative 2. And again, we're asked to find the equation of the line. And to be able to find the equation of the line, I'm going to need to find the slope. And then use a point in my point slope form, which is y minus y sub 1 equals m times x minus x sub 1. So I need to find the slope. I'm going to go ahead and label these as x sub 1, y sub 1, x sub 2, y sub 2. I'm going to go and use my slope formula. So m equals y sub 2 minus y sub 1 over x sub 2 minus x sub 1. I'm going to plug in negative 2 for y sub 2 minus 6 over 3 minus a negative 3. I end up then with negative 8 over, this becomes a plus, so negative 8 over 6. Reducing this gives me negative 4/3. Then I'm going to use this slope and either point, it doesn't matter which point. I'm going to pick this second point here. So I'm going to use negative 4/3 for my slope, and then I'm going to use the point 3, negative 2. And I'm going to put it into my point slope form. So I'm going to have y minus a negative 2 equals m, which is negative 4/3, times the quantity x minus 3. I'm going to go through simplifying. So y minus minus 2 gives me y plus 2. On the right side, I end up with negative 4/3 x, and a negative times a negative gives me a positive 4/3 times my 3. And those will cancel out. So we're left over now with y plus 2 equals negative 4/3 x plus 4. And then to solve for y, I'm going to subtract 2 from both sides. And I end up with y equals negative 4/3 x plus 2. And this is the equation of my line, where my slope is negative 4/3 and my y-intercept has coordinates 0, 2.